Hello and welcome. This is BQ Prime. I am Agam Vakil and you're watching the FNO Show, a show in which we take you through all that is happening in the futures and options space in Indian derivatives markets. A very quick recap on as to what's happening right now. At the moment, we're seeing a little bit of strength emerge after we saw some weakness earlier in the trade. For now, of course, the Nifty is in fact trending marginally in the green, up by around 0.2 of a percentage point. And as far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, that's marginally in the green, but largely flattish. In terms of the levels that we were watching out for, do remember that yesterday we moved clearly above, and in fact, not only open but closed about 19,500, because as on Monday, we still had a lot of open interest accumulation around the call side at that strike. But yesterday, not only did we take that level out, but we also closed above that. And what we're seeing at the moment is that, in general, a lot more coming through, and of course, naturally, a lot of your options will also be substantially higher in terms of the strikes that are more active now. In fact, it is the 20,000 mark that we are continuing to see at this point in time. As far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, again, some strength returning there. We are in fact looking at levels of over 44,500 being activated now, calls specifically, and naturally the put side of things have also moved higher. The strikes which are more active have also moved higher. But on that note, let's get in an expert and see what they make of the markets at the moment. We have Jay Patel, who's joining us on the show. He is a technical analyst and research derivatives head at Investment Securities. Jay, good morning and thank you so much for joining in. Let's start by taking your view on the markets. How are you seeing them and how would you play them?
So good morning, Agam, and good morning to all the viewers. So basically, today's Nifty, after a gap up opening, we saw continuously stock Nifty trading above 19,650 in the first instance. At that level, 19,700, the call writers position were placed around 1.5 crores. So basically, after market recovered to 19,700, that 1.5 crore call writers position had been squared off, and that caused the short covering rally to the upside. So 19,700 till this level is sustained. I guess market would be well placed up to ride to 19,800 levels. So if we see on an intraday basis today, I expect market to rebound around 19,763 levels. That is the pivot level resistance 3 on the charts. So I believe today is the day where we can see market finally crossing the range above 19,700 with a strong support currently at 19,700 with 3.7 crore put writers keeping a good support at this level. So today's market were expected to be a range bound, but since market had a breakup today, I guess we will be getting new highs in coming months. So definitely November month will be something we can watch out for after market crosses 19,700 levels and sustain well above that. So I'm very bullish, particularly on Nifty, as we saw Nifty IT performing well following this two foothills of Nasdaq, particularly the big IT companies TCS, HCL Tech, or even Infosys. They are following a good path from Nasdaq earnings. I guess this would take a really push we needed for the market. So 19,800 would be a next level we can watch out for the coming week, and 19,950 would be ideal place where we can see a market crossing all-time high levels after breaking out 19,500 950 levels.
Right.
So keep it eye on 19,750 for today's level.
So Jay, if I'm not mistaken, you're buying the 19,600 call today?
Yeah, absolutely. Because as I told today, 19,600 has been a good support in today's trade. Particularly the Nifty rose more than 50 points. So currently 19,600 trade will be a good, well placed for coming expiry. So the price currently trades around 180 to 190, and we can see the price going above 280 to 300 levels. So my target would be at around 300 levels, and stop loss we can keep at around 115 levels. So I guess the next week expiry we can see a strong upside potential for the Nifty. That's why I'm very bullish on Nifty.
A quick note to our viewers that the recommendation for Jay is the 23rd November 19,600 call. Of course, today's expiry is a completely different one for which Jay has also mentioned and made a note of his observations. Jay, very quickly, in terms of the Bank Nifty over the past few sessions and perhaps past few weeks, the Bank Nifty's movements have not been to the tune of the Nifty. What are your observations here?
So absolutely, because Bank Nifty stocks are little laggard if we compare to its IT or realty peers or even pharmaceutical peers. The bonds will have been stable, and currently there is no commentary, no negative or no neither positive commentary from US Fed Reserve. So I guess if the bond yield starts coming down or cooling down, since inflation is cooled down in India as well as in USA, so I guess Bank Nifty will be good sector to be buying. But after the November month, particularly, we are waiting to see festive season in US and how the inflation and interest rate data pans out. So I'm waiting for December month to come in, and for Nifty, Bank Nifty particularly, we can see how bond yields are reacting, and particularly once the stabilization has been confirmed, I guess Bank Nifty would be a great sector to be in, but not currently. I guess you need to wait for 1 or 2 weeks for Bank Nifty to kick in.
Okay, well, on that note, let's take a look at all that is happening with respect to the stocks, and shifting focus there, at least in terms of the derivatives markets. Well, naturally we would want to address as to what's happening with Bajaj Finance, but it just so seems that Bajaj Finance has seen a little bit of recovery with respect to your intraday lows. So in that case, at the moment, we in fact, Bajaj Finance is trading in the green right now. So we are certainly seeing a bout of short covering. Do remember, there were a lot of shorts being built up in yesterday's day of trade. But in the cash markets as well, we've seen a huge spike in buying there. And in fact, we've seen intraday volumes, which are the highest that we've seen since July. And so that will perhaps marks as to what's happening with Bajaj Finance. Not only that, it's also made an intraday low of around 16,931, which means it was just below the mark of 7,000, and it has once again gone back up, currently trending well above the mark of 7,250. So certainly a lot of covering coming through as far as Bajaj Finance is concerned. That perhaps will be the stock of the day in today's day of trade, even though on an absolute basis we really aren't seeing too much in terms of change with respect to yesterday's closing. Besides that, NTPC, Tata Motors and Hero MotoCorp among those stocks which are advancing in trade, giving that support to the benchmarks in today's day of trade. But let's shift and let's get in Jay in terms of the stocks that he has. In fact, he does have Tata Motors and Tata Power, both these Nifty counters on his radar, and he's in fact looking to buy them. Jay, can you take us through the three calls that you have for us? I believe they're all bullish calls.
So definitely, current market is very bullish, and I am very bullish on particularly Tata Motors. So we can invest Tata Motors via options, because there is a great opportunity, I guess, in this coming November month. So Tata Motors, we can buy 670 November call option with a strike price of 670. Particularly, the current market price is trading around 18.5 to 19 rupees, and we can see stock performing well and reaching its all-time highs. I guess the 700 level would be hitting very soon. So I guess the strike price 670 would hit around the target price of 25 to 27 rupees, and with a stop loss of around 12 rupees. So Tata Motors, I'm very bullish as OI is building up, and there's a long build-up coming in Tata Motors, and we can see continuously volume spiking up at this level. Particularly Tata Technology IPO is also coming. So Tata Motors will be on focus. The second would be Tata Power. The Tata Power is also a Diwali favorite for many of the traders and many of the investors. So Tata Power would be next stock. Just a second. So if we talk about Tata Power, the Tata Power has clearly given a breakout above its resistance of 264, and today's trade, I guess the stock has been performing very well. There is a long build-up. The open interest data is booming in this stock. Also, the volume has been spiking up, with moving averages crossing above 21-day moving average. So Tata Power has clearly given a breakout above its 260 resistance as well as support in terms of open interest data. So the target for this stock would be around 280, and the stop loss would be placed around 255 for this stock. So Tata Power would be the second stock, and the third would be on BHEL. Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. So BHEL, the power sector is currently in momentum, and I guess BHEL would be a good stock to be in this today's trade. So so BHEL would be something we can see as an investors friendly as well as trader friendly. So today, this trader friendly stock can give a breakout, and we can see the stock climbing towards 146 to 147 levels. We can keep a stop loss around 136 to 135 levels. The bail, I guess, this stock has formed a morning star pattern, particularly on candlestick, and it is trading above its exponential moving averages. So I guess bail, Tata Power, Tata Motors, all these stocks has been recording in long build up in today's trade, and we can see good volume and good uh, momentum, particularly in these stocks.
Okay, well, we watch out for these three ideas coming in from Jay Patel. And of course, the market's currently in the green and some strength coming back. And that, of course, is always a big positive. But we end this show on the note. Jay Patel, thank you so much for joining in and taking us through your views on the markets. And with that, it's a wrap on this show, but lots more lined up. Stay tuned to BQ Prime.